Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 6th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have started to study the new topic, that is the living organisms and their characteristics and habitats, that we have studied in the previous class, and also we have studied the adaptation. Yes, the characteristics of the living organisms. It means the living things and non-living things, that we have studied, the difference between the living things and non-living things, that we have studied in the previous class. And also we have studied the places where the living organisms are present. See, the habitats, adaptation. First of all, we have studied the adaptation, the special characteristics of the living organisms which enables them to survive in their surrounding. That is called as the special characters are called as the adaptation. The special characters of the living organisms which enables them to survive, which enables them to adjust with their surrounding. That special characteristics are called as the adaptation. And next, along with that, we have studied the acclimatization. We have not studied the acclimatization. Today we are going to study. Then habitat we are studying. In case of habitat, see the place or the surrounding in which the living organisms are survived, or the place on the earth where the living organisms are survived. That places are called as the habitat. Isn't it? That we have studied. Dear students, along with that we have studied the types of habitats. Types of habitats we have studied. Types of habitats. The types of habitats we have studied. First one is terrestrial habitat and second one is aquatic habitat. Terrestrial habitat are those habitats. The terrestrial habitat means the place on the land. Habitat means the place on the earth. Habitat means the place on the earth where the living organisms are surviving. On the earth, everywhere in every corner of the earth, the organisms are present. If the higher animals are not present, suppose maybe the higher animals are not present, the lower like microorganisms be present here. It means that is also an habitat. Antarctica is having minus degree Celsius temperature. Minus 50 degree Celsius temperature is there. Even in that cold climatic condition, the microorganisms are present. In North Pole and South Pole, there also. Yes, in Himalaya and everywhere the living organisms are present. Even the microorganisms, at least microorganisms are present. Next, dear students, we are studying adaptation. Means they adjust to that cold climatic condition or warm climatic condition. Isn't it? That adjustment of living organisms to their surrounding is called as the adaptation. And habitat means the place where on the earth where the living organisms are present. There are two types of habitats are there. The first one is terrestrial habitat. The second one is aquatic habitat. The terrestrial habitat are those that the habitats or the place on the land, on the dry land, the place on the dry land where the living organisms are survived. The dry places are called as the terrestrial habitat. For example, forest is a terrestrial habitat. Grassland is a terrestrial habitat that is present on the dry land. Mountain is a good example for the terrestrial habitat. Isn't it? The next we come to the aquatic habitat. The place in the water where the living organisms are present, or where the living organisms are surviving. That is called as the aquatic habitat. The examples for the aquatic habitat, the first one is lake, pond, river, ocean, sea and ocean. Isn't it? These are the examples for the aquatic habitat that we have studied in the previous class. Dear students, today we are going to study the one more term, that is acclimatization. Here what happens, dear students? The living organisms, when they move from one habitat to the another habitat, one place to another place, or see, suppose for example we are living in the moderate climatic condition, not so hot, not so cold, it is a moderate climatic condition. If we go to the Antarctica, for few days, what happens? We will get few months or few year. If we go to the Antarctica, what happens? We will get a very trouble to survive. We will get a very we are getting a very we are unable to survive. It means that much in that cold climatic condition. It is very difficult to us to survive in that cold climatic condition. But even that, we will survive ourselves by taking toughness, or we will survive. After few days, what happens? Slowly we will adjust to that cold climatic condition of the Antarctica. Understood or not? We are living in the moderate climatic condition. If we go to the Antarctica, or either North Pole or South Pole, if we go there, what happens? Their temperature is present below minus 50 degrees Celsius. Yes? Then few days we will get a very trouble to survive. After few days, what happens? Slowly we will start to adjust. Means the changes in the living organisms due to the changes in the surrounding, that characteristics of the living organism is called as the acclimatization. It means the changes in the living organisms occurs due to the changes in the surrounding. That changes are called as the acclimatization. Isn't it? Next, dear students, when we are going to study the habitat on the earth, everywhere the habitat is present. It means we are living in that habitat. Isn't it? Next, in the forest, lion and tiger, they are forest habitat. Fishes are the aquatic, river habitat, aquatic habitat they are. Yes. Here what happens, dear students? On the earth, in an habitat, either you can take forest, you can take the mountain, you can take the grasslands, you can take the aquatic like sea and ocean and river. In every aspects of every habitat, you will see the two components. See, when we see in our surrounding, we will see the two types of things. In the earlier we have discussed in this topic. That is, one is living thing, the second one is non-living thing. Isn't it? In the earlier class we have studied, we will see the two components. The first one is living thing, the second one is non-living thing. Here, when we see so far, we will see the two types of things. The first one is living thing, the second one is non-living things. In that way only, the habitat it means the place on the earth where the living organisms are survived. Where the living organisms are survived, that places are called as the habitat. In these habitat, we will see the components of habitats. Components of habitat. Components of habitat. The first one is biotic component. biotic component. The second one is abiotic component. Biotic component. Bio means life. Bio means life. Bio means B-I-O. Bio means life. See, when we see on the earth, we will see the two types of things. One is living things, another one is non-living things. One is biotic component, another one is abiotic component. Bio means life. The components of the habitat. The components of the habitats whose are having the life are called biotic habitat. Biotic habitat. Example: plants, animals, microorganisms, plants, animals and microorganisms. Isn't it? I will tell you once again. See, the components of the habitat. Habitat means the place on the earth where the living organisms are survive. The place on the earth where it means again it is having the, we will see the two types of things. One is living thing and the second one is non-living thing. Living things like human beings, the different animals, birds, yes, domestic animals and all, plants, insects. Yes, these are the living component, that is biotic component. And another one we are seeing non-living things, that like rocks, stone, and next soil. Isn't it? The buildings, these are the abiotic, non-living things. Non-living things are called as the abiotic component. That is, living things are called as the biotic components. Yes? Biotic component means the components of the habitat whose are having the life are called as the biotic component. The examples: plants, animals and microorganisms. Next, abiotic components. The components of the habitat which doesn't have life, write down the note in your notebook, which doesn't have life. Example: soil, water, rocks, etc. The component of the habitat which doesn't have the life, non-living things like soil, water, air, sunlight, rocks, buildings, non-living things are the abiotic. Bio means life. The components which having the life are living things. That is called as the biotic component. The component of the habitat which doesn't have the life, it means A means absence. A means absence. The component of the habitat which doesn't have the life, absence of life, that is called as the abiotic component. Isn't it? Next, dear students, here one activity we have to see. Take the green grams or moon. Take the green grams or moon in which we have to take the green grams or moon. Here, dear students, one activity is here. That is, we have to take the green grams or moon. Green grams or moon we have to take the green grams or moon. Few amount of green grams or near about 100 to 200 green grams we have to take, in which we have to take 20 to 30 green grams or moon dry. We have to keep it in a dry place. We have to keep it dry or dry place, and rest of these we have to soak in the seeds. It means take little quantity of green grams, out of which 30 you have to separate in a dry place, and rest of these you have to put in a water, soak in a water. That is, all seeds you have to soak in a water for 1 day. For example, suppose you have to take the 200 green grams. Total you have taken the 200 green grams or moon, out of which you have taken the 50 in dry, you are not soaked, and rest of is how much remaining? That is 150 you have to be dry. 150 you have to take 250, out of which you have to take 50 in a dry place, don't soak in the water, and 200 you have to soak in a water for 1 day. Then out of this 200, 50 you have to submerge in a water only. There only you have to keep for 3 to 4 days. That is in water. Then 50 you have to take it out and keep in a sunny room. Then again 50 in a refrigerator. Then remaining, here you have to take 200, then here remaining, yes, given liquid amount, but I am taking in a 150. Here, out of this 150, you have to dip in a water only for 3 to 4 days. Here in a sunny room for 2 to 4 days. and here for 3 to 4 days you have to keep in a refrigerator. After 3 to 4 days, what you will observe? Once again I will tell you, take 200 green grams or moong to produce the mukni that we are saying in our area, mukni. That is in Kannada malake, we can say madakika, that we can say. Yes, spirits you will observe. When in which case spirits you will observe, you will see 200 moong you have taken, out of which 50 you have to make it, you have to separate it, place it in a dry place. You are not soaked, and 150 you have soaked in water for 1 day, and from these you have taken the 150, out of these 150 you have taken the 100 and 150 you left there only in the water for 3 to 4 days, and next 50 100 remains. Out of these you have to keep 50 in the sunny room and 50 in the refrigerator, and you will see in which case the spirits will appear or germination will appear. They hear what happens. In this case the germination will appear. Formation of the stem part, slowly the stem germination fruit part will appear in the sunny room. Here in the refrigerator also, the germination will not occur. In water completely, the germination will not occur. In the next, in the dry place, germination will not occur. Here 3 reasons: 1, 2, 3, 4. In third reason only, germination of seeds will occur. Germination of seed occurs. In rest of these 3, means rest of these 1, that is in the dry place, in water or in refrigerator, the germination will not occur. It is because to grow a living organisms, to germinate a living organisms, it needs non-living things like water, moderate quantity of water, nutrients, soil, air, temperature, mild temperature. It doesn't need very cold temperature. If you give only one component, then highly impossible to grow, to survive. If you increase the temperature only, it is highly impossible to survive living organisms. It needs other components also: soil, air, water, sunlight and all. Isn't it? Here what happens? The germination may not occur. Here also may not occur. It means if we keep in the soil or if we kept in a moist cloth, then it is made possible. It means we are not given complete abiotic components for the biotic component. That's why germination may not occur. The remaining we will study in the next class.